this, I'm vulnerable to being pulled. I'm only as good as, and this is why Henry was saying, let me just use this. So Henry was saying, like, you don't want to push in until he puts his feet on the ground. We covered this, it was on the videos yesterday. So he could in theory sit all the way up into me, just sit up into me. He sits up into me. Do I bump yet? No, because he knows if he feels me going to go early, he's just going to pull me. Just going to pull me. Yeah, and now I've like given him Christmas. Now he's holding my head, my arms. This is what he wanted anyway. That was all he wanted, was to get me down here. I can't really hit him. He can start getting on his side now and working whatever he wants. This is a nightmare now. So if I don't want to be hipping all the time. Like you were demoing, so I never know if people like when they demo, but like you were just here. You're just here to pull me in. It's not even a question. Make sure your head's out of the way so I don't inadvertently butt you. But there's nothing else to this. If I'm like this, you pull all day long. Now you grab, pull and grab. Don't let me out. Yeah. So you just got to feel what his energy is. Anything else on that at all?
Yeah, I was just getting stuck where. So I'm walking in, and then sometimes he'd have his hands straight and I'm struggling to talk.
Yeah, his hand should never be able to stop you turning. No way. Because his hand doesn't reach the shoulder line. Yeah, there's no way he can stop you. Put your hands to the mat. Well, that's nothing to do with his hand, it's to do with your body. Your hips are low, so look, look at me, James. Your hips have to come up. My hips never want to be sat down here. So look, when I'm turning, there is no way his hands are stopping me turning. No way. So, I mean, you could keep your hips down for a minute, but there's no way his hands can hold that can hold me down. And frankly, if he really is pushing into this, just start pulling his elbow into it.
Yeah, just wrist lock.
There's a wrist lock there, but like, that's not really stopping me, Alan.
Yeah.
Because the force isn't, I don't want to be going into his hands. I'm doing it here. It's nowhere near his hands. But if you go into it and you feel him pushing you, then grab his elbow and just wrist lock. I never really want my hands to be. This is Henry's whole point. If you look at what we've shown, the hands theoretically do nothing. Because they're like little T-Rex arms. If you think about us as T-Rexes, as an exaggeration of the shape, but really it's correct. They have so little, yeah, they can move everywhere, but the minute one of these things gets snapped, you're dead. You can't fight anymore. So don't use them, because they're not that efficient anyway. They just give you the illusion of choice. But when they grab something, it's pretty shitty generally. Anything else on that at all?
When you're putting yourself up to go for the sweep, are you using the lapel at all, or are you just using the back arm?
If you use the lapel, it's because you want to choke him.
Right.
You don't need to get up. You don't really want to be relying on using your arms again. It should all just be for using your body. So I just want to use good mechanics. This is basically this side. If I go this way, this side shortens. So that's compression. I'm compressing. I'm bending basically. To begin with, I'm bending. I've got compression on one side, extension on the other. And I'm trying to use that lower body movement to turn my upper body. So I don't really, if I put the hand in, it's because I'm going to mix in a choke here. Yeah. In that, I put the hand in, if he starts fighting with me now, like really going, not so much the collar, because if you start grabbing my hand, grab my hand like you did, right, now you've got no base. Right, you're going to have to take that off anyway. Right, but he maybe puts his hand to the mat to save himself, starts driving, and now I'm thinking about every time I'm going to be setting him up for a collar. I'm going to put him in a collar strap, like strangle, and I've also got the options of arm locks and whatever else. So I'm using it as a setup. That it's like you stop me doing this, I'm now going to attack you with that. So I don't want to use the arm to get up. I only put the arm in there to give him another dilemma. I'm not really getting up on it. And to be honest, if I'm doing this properly, I just want that on his throat. So I can't really put, if I use this, is there any choke? Do you know what I mean? There's no choke. And if it's this, well, I can't use that, I'm pushing him. So I can't really get up on that anyway. The get up is here. And I'm then using that as a threat. Yeah? Anything else? Let's get a new body, someone roughly your size. We'll do 3 minutes again and see what new problems we present.